This is just a sample of the audiobook. To get the complete audiobook, access the link posted in the first comment.
Chapter 1. Why do you talk about race so much? Have you ever had a good day turn into a bad day? One Sunday afternoon, I was marinating in my home office, reflecting on the epicness of our Sunday service at Transformation Church, where I am lead pastor and co-founder along with my wife, Vicki. The music was doxological. Jesus was exalted. I preached my guts out. I was faithful to exegete the text. The gospel was proclaimed. I was feeling good when I heard the notification that I'd gotten a new email. I just knew it was going to be from someone whose life had been changed by Jesus through the ministry of Transformation Church. I opened the email, and the first thing I read was, "Why do you talk about race so much in your sermons? You need to stop it." My heart sank. That empty pit feeling entered my stomach. Doubt crept into my mind. I had to take a step back and remember who I am in Christ and whose I am in Christ. Over the years of shepherding people, I've learned through much prayer and reliance on my wife's and other elder pastors' wisdom to always respond to critical emails with love, patience, and theological integrity. Sometimes hostile emails are ways for professing Christians to cuss me out and say slanderous, ugly things, but other times they become pathways to understanding, reconciliation, and unity. As Jesus' blood purchased people from every tribe and language and people and nation, Revelation 5:9, we must hold people's hands and walk with them into the promised land of unity. So I wrote the gentleman back and requested a meeting with him to discuss his email. As we sat down, I opened in prayer and assured him of my love for him and my desire to answer his question. As we talked, I gave him my answer. I talk about race so much because the Bible talks about it a lot. Many of my white siblings in Christ that join us from homogeneous churches are surprised, caught off guard, and uncomfortable with how much the Bible talks about race. Many have never seen a connection between the gospel and racism. They've been discipled to think that the gospel is only about saving souls and sending people to heaven when they die. But I contend that racial reconciliation in Christ is not periphery to the gospel, an optional nice-to-have or a fad issue, but central to Christ's mission and God's plan. God has always promised a multicolored, multiethnic family to Abraham, and that family was given to him in Jesus Christ. History informs the present. Most followers of Jesus have no idea of the ethnic tension, division, and hatred that existed in the world which Jesus lived. Sociologist Rodney Stark describes this environment. He writes that one of the major reasons why Greco-Roman cities were so prone to riots was deep-seated racial conflicts and hatred. Racism and racial injustice are diseases that have plagued humanity since sin entered the world and dark power proved evil. Ethnic conflicts leading to riots are not just modern phenomena. In the biblical language, anyone who was not Jewish or a descendant of the 12 tribes of Israel was a Gentile. For Jews in the time of Jesus, the pagan Gentile Romans ruled Israel and most of the known world with an iron fist. Many of the Jewish people in Israel and throughout the Roman world would have felt like God had abandoned them.